Welcome to Bleak's review of Black Myth Wukong at around 15 hours of game played. After I fully complete the entire game and story, I will be creating an in-depth review on the game that goes further into what makes this game great, or what might bring it down a step. Black Myth takes one of the most influential pieces of literature known to man and furthers the story in an exciting and revitalizing way. If you have no idea what Journey to the West is, I highly recommend watching a video about it, just to get the basis of the story. It's really interesting how the developers of Black Myth Wukong weave in characters from the original story. However, even if you have no idea about the backstory of Wukong, you're probably going to have a good time just exploring the world the devs have put in front of you. Wukong can be considered a very linear game. However, there are many nooks and crannies that need to be uncovered that will reveal new areas that are sometimes massive. I'm only in chapter 3 at the time of writing this, and I've already discovered quite a few different areas. These are optional so far. I have no idea if later chapters require you to find certain areas to progress, so I won't comment on that. Wukong excels at many things, but its shining star is the combat. The combat of Wukong is seamless. There are many different ways for you to upgrade and build around your character to your own playstyle. If at some point you come upon a boss that your playstyle isn't suited for, it's free to respec your character on the spot, unlike most Souls-likes or Souls-born titles in the past. And I really do think this title would be considered a Souls-light, only because you don't lose any experience upon death. In Dark Souls and other games such as Lies of P and Elden Ring, you lose your runes or souls every time you die. In Black Myth, they remain in your inventory, which definitely softens the blow when you've died for the 16th time in a row to a giant blue baby. Black Myth Wukong is not an easy game by any means. There are those Souls gods out there that will probably find this game trivial, but for me, and I'm sure for many others out there, this game comes with multitudes of challenges and will beat you down. If you don't like getting beat down over and over and over again, then this might not be the title for you. However, if you can get past the challenge, the reward of finally stomping that blue baby's face in will be completely worth it. If you don't like boss fights, that might be another reason for you to not get this title. This is a heavily boss-led game where you literally go from one small area to another to fight one boss after another. There are moments you will go from one boss almost straight into the next. So again, if you don't like to fight bosses, this is probably going to be very not fun for you. There have been some frustrating bosses that have definitely got on my nerves, but nothing I've fought so far would be considered unfair to me. It really seems like the devs took a lot of time to polish the boss fights and make their mechanics tough, but fair. So far, I've seen very little performance-wise that would stray me away from Wukong. It seems very polished upon release. At least I've had very little issues except for some stuttering here and there, but nothing to write home about. I use an NVIDIA 4060 graphics card, not a TI, and have had almost no issues except that stuttering, so that's nice. I read some things on Facebook about other people having major issues graphically, but I never experienced anything. The game has never crashed or frozen on me, and I've never had a game-breaking glitch like going through a wall or falling out of the sky like I saw on someone's video. Overall, this game has just been really fun to play. It's a break from the high stress of Dark Souls where you die and you lose everything, but it still includes a great deal of difficulty, at least for me. It feels very rewarding with lots of different armor sets, and I always am really eager to spend my sparks and see how I can further my pillar build that I'm working on. The armor and weapon designs are really beautiful and intricate, and if you look hard enough, there actually is a hub akin to Firelink Shrine. You just have to do a series of side quests to obtain it, and there's multiple videos on YouTube of how to get it. It just takes some time. With that hub being included, it increased the enjoyment for me even further because I no longer had to travel to different places to upgrade my gourd or get more pills to upgrade my stats. Black Myth Wukong is a great game so far. Like I said, I'm only in chapter 3 and I have a long way to go, and I'm really excited to keep going. The combat and the story keep me intrigued, and I'm super psyched to see what comes next in the story of the Destined One.